Good morning. Sorry, good evening. I think it is going to be nearly 11:35 there. Good evening. Now, I'm just giving the link in our Telegram page also. If somebody is interested, they can come and see this. A candidate, Mr. Vinay Kumar, has asked, anyone please explain about KCC? And recently I heard that some amendments are added to KCC. Is that true? Now, for his benefit, I'm just reading out about Kissan credit card from the web from the pages of say SBI. I'm reading from their sbi.co.in. From this page, I am reading out, and let me explain about this. See, what is the objective of Kisan credit card? To provide timely and adequate credit to farmers to meet their production credit needs bracket cultivation expenses besides meeting contingency expenses and expenses related to ancillary activities through simplified procedure facilitating the borrowers for availing loans as well as and when they need. See what objectives ఇది థియరటికల్ ఇచ్చారు కానీ ఏం చెప్పాలంటే ఓ కేసీసీ అబ్జెక్టివ్స్ ఏమంటే టు ప్రొవైడ్ ఫైనాన్స్ టు farmers for providing finance to farmers and so that they can take cash, they can also purchase things. What are the features? RKCC, Rashtriya Kisan Credit Card, will be in the nature of revolving cash credit account. Revolving అంటే ఏమి మీకు 5 lakhs లిమిట్ ఇస్తే మీరు అవైల్ చేస్తున్నారు యు ఆర్ అవైలింగ్ ఇట్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రీపేయింగ్ ఇట్ అగైన్ యూ కెన్ టేక్ బ్యాక్ దట్ మనీ 5 lakhs. Credit balance in the if any will be fetch interest in savings bank interest rate. In this or KCC account low, so in this KCC account, if you pay something more than what you have drawn, you will get SB interest. Tenure is 5 years with 10% annual increase of limit every year, subject to annual review. Every year they will increase 10% subject to annual review. Interest subvention is there. Government of India is giving 3% interest subvention for prompt borrowers up to rupees 3 lakhs. If one is borrowing up to 3 lakhs, for them, if they repay within the time period, they will get interest subvention of 3%. That means 7% minus 3 will be only 4%. Repayment period as per the crop period, short or long, and also depending on the marketing period. Insurance, KCC borrowers below 70 years of age are covered by personal accident insurance scheme, that is 2 lakhs coverage. Eligible crops are covered under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Good. Interest rate up to 3 lakhs 7% per annum, above 3 lakhs as applicable from time to time. What are the other features? RuPay cards for all eligible KCC borrowers and accidental insurance coverage of rupees 1 lakh for RuPay card holders if the card is activated once in 45 days. The card must be used once in 45 days. This has been updated on 16th February 2021. I have taken these features from this one. Somebody was asking about any recent changes have come in this. One boy, I think his name is Vinay Kumari, has asked whether there is any amendments made. Let me check it up in our google.com. Possibly we can know about it. Recent amendments in KCC for farmers. Latest Kisan credit card. What is MC? What is MC revised KCC? The scheme aims at providing adequate and timely credit to meet the short-term credit requirements. Which farmers are eligible? All farmers, individuals, joint borrowers who are co-owner cultivators, tenant farmers or the lessees, shareholders, crops, SHGs, joint liability groups, tenant farmers are eligible. What is the maximum loan limit under KCC scheme? Government of India gives up to 1.6 lakh KCC loan without any collateral or guarantee to the small farmers who hold KCC. As per the tax and investment experts, farmers can take loan up to rupees 5 lakh in KCC in 3 years. What are the things provided to farmers under KCC scheme? To meet the short-term credit requirements for cultivation of crops, post-harvest expenses, produce marketing loan, consumption requirements of farmer household, working capital for maintenance of farm assets and allied activities to agriculture, investment credit requirements for agriculture and allied activities. This is the master circular from Reserve Bank of India. What is the KCC interest rate? KCC Kisan Credit Card interest rate, the minimum KCC interest rate is 2% per annum. It was floated in 1998. Now I think they charge 7% per annum and 3% interest subvention. So it will be 4%. What is KCC renewal? KCC comes up for renewal in June to July every year. All KCCs are supposed to include their entire outstanding, are supposed to liquidate. They have to repay that money so that it can be given as a fresh loan. What is PM Kisan Credit Card Scheme? Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi is a central sector scheme that provides farmers with financial support for 6,000 for crop investment. Now, beneficiaries of the scheme can avail loans with lower interest rates through Kisan credit cards. Taking out a loan with this card is cheaper by 2 to 4%. What if KCC holder dies? Farmers having KCC credit are covered under personal accidental insurance up to rupees 50,000 only. I told 2 lakhs wrongly. 50,000 only for permanent disability and death, and up to 25,000 for other risks. The interest levied on the scheme is around 7%. Simple interest. How is KCC limit fixed? Kisan Credit Scheme enables farmers to purchase agricultural inputs. The credit amount is fixed as per guidelines prescribed by Master Circular based on scale of finance, based on extent of land, and the crop to be cultivated. Which bank is best KCC? It seems Kisan Credit Card, HDFC Bank is good because they are giving Kisan Gold Card, Gold Credit Card. What is the validity? 5 years. Is guarantor required for KCC loan? Now they can get loan up to 1.6 lakhs without any guarantee on Kisan credit card scheme. Small and marginal farmers are provided crop loans, Kisan credit card, low interest rate. What is Kisan 10 class card? KCC is the abbreviation of Kisan Credit Card. Kisan Credit Card is a large scale systematic plan brought out by Government of India in the year 1998 of August month. R.B. Gupta recommended this scheme to National Bank for Agriculture Rural Development provide term loans for agricultural needs. What is the overdue period in KCC account? No withdrawal in the account should remain outstanding for more than 12 months. Yeah. Can I withdraw money from KCC? Yes, you can withdraw money. How does KCC calculate interest? Typically, you can find a credit card APR near the end of your monthly statement. Okay, APR means what? I don't know. What is APR? What are the 4 types of loans? Personal loans, credit card loans, home loans, car loans, two-wheeler loans. This is general question. Yeah. What is Flexi KCC? A flexible limit of 10,000 to 50,000 may be provided based on the land holding and crops grown, including post-harvest warehouse storage related credit needs. Some extra money. What is SBI Kisan debit card? State Bank of India offers Kissan credit card scheme to farmers to provide them with the required credit production. The loan is disbursed to farmers using simple sanction process. What is KCC NPA? India's largest State Bank of India has seen its gross non-performing assets under Kisan credit card loans doubling in just a matter of 3 years. The onus of higher delinquencies partly rests on the trend of farm loan waivers that had started nearly 4 years ago. Okay, what is Kisan Credit Card 12? The KCC scheme that provided, yeah, there's nothing special. Very good. So these are the features relating to Kisan credit card. Yes, thank you. What is startup asked? Acha, very good. What is startup? The companies which start the business. Um, Tell me about MGNRES asked in the interview. Thank you. Thanks. What is startup? I will try to find out what is the answer for this. What is startup? The term startup The term startup refers to a company in the first stage of operations. Startups are founded by one or more entrepreneurs who want to develop a product or service for which they believe there is demand. These companies generally start with high costs and limited revenue, which is why they look for capital from a variety of sources such as venture capitalists. What is startup? I am giving in our Telegram page. I am giving it in our Telegram. Okay, good. Next, anybody else is there online? Yeah, any questions? Home loan, car loan, business loan, mortgage loan. Yeah, loan against deposit. Yeah, loan against properties. Tell me about asked in interview. Yeah, yeah. That I think you can study from there. Any other person? Any doubt, please? I came online for this boy, one boy, Vashishta. No, no. What is that boy's name? Some Vinay Kumar. He asked for details. That's why I came online. So please, anti-money laundering. Oh, good. Very good. Acha, PRAB. Please post. Please post in our Telegram group in one post. Please post questions asked in one post clearly in Telegram and send copy to my email ID. Thank you. Oh, NARCL and ARC difference. It's a tough question. NARCL. Comparison of ARC and NRC. Depend. I am not able to get it. Asset reconstruction company. Asset reconstruction company. I think I can give you this link. This may give you some ideas. This may give you some ideas. Please copy it. Please study from there. National NARCL is a recent one that was been started, and it has say members of all banks. SBI PO exam attempt every day one or two practice mock tests. Improve your vocabulary, improve your tables up to 20, squares up to 50, cubes up to 25, all the formula in fingertips, and practice more and more. Say your what is that reasoning problems, then you may succeed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, please tell me, sir, about anti money laundering. Yeah, I will tell you. Anti money laundering. Yeah, anti money laundering. First of all, we should know what is money laundering. Money laundering means what? Say, bringing money from abroad to India without the proper channel. Properly, money should come from abroad only through banks, through proper channels. And that one. Number two, say, using, say, somebody is receiving corruption and he has not, of course, corruption means no tax paid. That is being put into some SB account or current account and then withdrawn and used for other purposes. That will be termed as money laundering. Making black money into white money is money laundering. What is anti money laundering? In order to adopt anti money laundering, that is, to prevent people from making black money into white money, government has introduced KYC norms, know your customer norms. Under know your customer norms, the borrowers, sorry, the account holders who are opening the account have to give any one of the six documents like passport, then driving license, then Aadhaar card, then PAN card, then MGNREGA employment card, then voter ID card. Any one of them they must give and then open the account. And when account is opened with proper, say, forms, it is expected that people cannot open account in Benami names. Benami means what? One Ramasamy will open account the name of Sachin Tendulkar, then Virat Kohli and all that. Such thing can be avoided, and for that only KYC is come. Anti-money laundering is an attempt made by the banks by insisting on observation of KYC formalities. That's all. Sir, my verbal is good, but how to improve quants and reasoning? I told you, quants and reasoning, one, basics improve कर दीजिए, formula सब ready हो जाइए, and attempt as many problems as possible and as many papers as possible. And many of us, what we do, we prepare for only the, what is that, preliminary test. Instead, before the preliminary test itself, you must start preparing for mains level also. So that is a clue for you. And reasoning and all that, only practice, practice. There is no compensation for practice. अच्छा अच्छा मेरा तो समय नहीं मिलता है वशिष्ठा यादव, आई डोंट माइंड डूइंग इट, पर मेरा समय नहीं मिलता है। हमने आपको ये बताएगा, पहले टेबल्स अप टू 20 मगअप कर लो, स्क्वायर्स अप टू 50 मगअप कर लो, देन व्हाट, क्यूब्स अप टू 25 मगअप कर लो, देन स्क्वायर रूट कैसे अराइव करेगा, क्यूब रूट कैसे अराइव करेगा, ये सब प्रैक्टिस में आएगा आपको, ओनली प्रैक्टिस। SBI PO pre nowadays the cutoff is somewhat above 60 only. Very good cutoff. People are able to score good marks because there are people attempting for second time, third time. So you must practice seriously, severely, and improve your basics and try to answer them correctly. Only clue I can give you is when you are studying for prelims itself, prepare for mains also. Maybe banking, maybe computer knowledge, maybe what, maybe the, say, difficult problems under QA and reasoning. This is how you have to prepare. What is wholesale and retail trading in interview? Oh, good. Wholesale trading means selling in large quantities to a few buyers. Retail trading means selling to many people, even small quantities. Just as you know, in vegetable trade, wholesalers they go to the big market, first market in the city, and buy. They sell it to others retail. This is what wholesale and retail. Yash Santoshi. There is nothing very big about me. One, I was born, say, in a very not so rich family. We were okay family only, but then the problem was my father had, um, say, liking for other gambling and other things. So he spoiled his future. And so I had to be brought up by my grandmother and also my uncle. So, in fact, I lived in my uncle's house from my fourth standard till my BSc. That is, from my seventh year to 19th year, I lived with him. And of course, I used to go to my parents' weekends and all that. And after that, while studying in our degree itself in those days, 1966, I started learning shorthand and sorry, typewriting initially. And after completing the exam on the last day of BSc, I came to the institute. In those days, typewriting institutes were many. I came and asked him, Sir, I want some money. How can I do it? He said, You come and take care of the institute. And if anybody comes for job typing, you type and you can take 50% of the cost of those charges. So I started working there right from the last day of my first last day when I wrote exam. I started working as a typewriting instructor, and after that I got a job in Indian Oil Corporation as a typist. In those days it was 5 rupees salary, and that was okay for them. For us in those days, I used to go by cycle and then return. That was very comfortable. Then in that stage what happened, say, this Indian Bank examination came. Indian Bank was a private bank. When the advertisement came, I applied in 1969. Then in those days, first time test was conducted on large scale. So the test was a descriptive paper: English, Max, and Tamil. Three descriptive paper. In the Max paper, they gave an option. They gave 10 questions and they said, if you can answer more than 5 questions, also okay, but 5 questions will get you 100 marks. I attempted some 7 or 6 questions, I don't know, and I got 100 marks in that. And I got very good marks in English and also our Tamil. So my name was on the toppers list. And luckily, what happened? The person who was in say is no more. The person who was in the recruitment section was related to a person whose name I had given as reference, and so my name was included along with the other staff members' sons. They were also called. So I was taken in as a typist in those days early. So I joined that. And after joining that, immediately I started learning shorthand for English, and I started learning Tamil typewriting also. This boy is asking, Suyog, no, that is not good. Don't join that and waste your precious time. Yeah, I will come to that later. So I learned shorthand also, and after joining, say, Indian Bank, in after nationalization, I was the youngest, of course. I was only 19 plus at that time, and I used to be more talkative. So that was bringing some problems for me. But of course, I completed my CAB examination 2 years. In those days, everything was descriptive. And I side by side, I passed out short and higher grade also. Then best wishes of Praveen Kumar, best wishes. Then I wrote I have passed a short and higher, so I requested for posting as stenographer. I went as stenographer in the legal department. There I learnt a lot of things about legal things. Then I was promoted in about within 4 years. I was posted to Calcutta main branch of Indian Bank in the year 1973. I was there in 1973 in that place. At that time, in 1975, a letter had come to my regional manager suggesting some six names. In those days, people who were passing CAB was very less. So he sent the chairman had written a letter telling these six boys in your region they have passed CIAB. Please post them for higher responsibilities. So that letter came. So on seeing that, my regional manager posted me as accountant of Siliguri branch. Till such time, I was living in Calcutta with my cousin and also in a hotel for a few months. And I was a bachelor, so I went to Siliguri, the foothills of Darjeeling in West Bengal. I was 25. So at that time, it was so happening. My father was not employed. So I took my parents to that place, Siliguri, and I was an accountant there. So because of this letter from chairman's office, I was posted as manager of Jalpaiguri branch in nearby Siliguri, about 45 kilometers. I went there, I was working. It was not a very tough in those days, it was very comfortable. That branch, you have to believe me, had a total deposit of only, say, 50,000 or so. In those days, even that is a big sum. So, likewise, the advances also was very less. So I was working nicely, but however, the feeling that I was posted away from my native place made me feel bad, and I was asking for an option to return back. And that option came after 4 years, and I chose to become a faculty member in the training college of the bank. So I was taken initially to Calcutta, thereafter, I was posted in Chennai. And in Chennai, as a training center, I had, of course, there were well wishers who brought me there. And there was one more person from Reserve Bank of India. He is no more. His name is Mr. Ranganathan. He was a scale C officer, came here as principal. He encouraged me. I had a very good ability to draft letters, which was used in personal department and also in legal department. This helped me write letters and all very well. So um, so I was trying to tell you about the um, I came to teaching. I had an interest in teaching, and this principal encouraged me. He gave me say employment, I mean personal department to me. I was taking care of that. But what happened in the year 1979, Pillai committee came. Salary was revised. When salary was revised, the Pillai committee made a recommendation that those people who had served for 2 years as manager can only become scale 2. To my disadvantage, I have served as manager for only 1 year, 9 months. So my name was not at all considered for promotion 1980, 1981. So in 83, I opted for shifting to branch as manager, and I was posted to, yeah, I was very friendly to trainings. Yeah, I was posted to, say, North Usman Road branch in Chennai city. That branch had big personalities account Dasari Narayan Rao, N.T. Ramarao, then Sumalata, Vijay, those actresses, Telugu people. So I was there and my performance was going on okay. At one stage, what happened? A regional manager came and he thought I am not good for him, so he changed me. uh, Another scale one man was posted in my place. I was scale two. I in the meantime 83 I got scale two. So 86 I was transferred from that place with no posting, and I was staying very near to our chairman's house, so he is no more. I went and met him and told him, sir, I have been not given posting. Then he asked me, where do you want to go? I said, okay, sir, please post me back to teaching itself. So I was again posted as a trainer in the same training college, and there I served for 5 years. I served for 5 years. At that time, what happened? After 4 or 5 years, I started feeling. I got scale three also. I started feeling bad, sir. I'm not. I was not getting challenged. So I again opted for a managership and went to Oteri branch. From Oteri to Dr. Alagappa Road branch, and that it went on like this. But my style had been mostly in favor of employees. So sometimes what happened, the officers used to feel I am more favorable to employees and against their interests. So this was going on. So I went to my Dr. Alagappa Road branch. At that time, I wrote I could not get scale three to four. Then after my appeals, I was given scale four, posted to Prabha Devi branch in Mumbai. I did not join there because my son had got a education admission in BITS Pilani in 1995. So I opted for Delhi. So I was posted to Delhi House Cast branch. This house cast branch had lot of staff problems, and even before going there, the two branches where I had served in Chennai, they had lot of staff problems. And with all that, I went to this house cast, and in house cast the bank had only 15 crore deposit. In those days a letter came in Hindi. I was not able to read Hindi. That letter was from Central Warehousing Corporation. It said, we are willing to offer you certain deposits and a certificate of deposits. If you are interested, please come and participate in our tender. Then, when I asked the some of the staff members there said, "No, sir, we don't go for that. So that is not important." I did not leave it. I took it up with the controlling office. Controlling office said, "Come on, you participate in that," and they offered me a higher interest rate because in 1996, Indian Bank had loss and the name of the bank was in problem. Deposits were going down, so we needed money. So from that day I started having connection with the organization, and that helped me improve deposits by 100 crore. The branch which had only 15 crore went up to 121 crore deposit within 3 years. I was good in deposits only, not making advances and all. 3 year period over, I thought it is time for me to get back to my native place. So I wanted to get out of it, and the management was not initially willing. Later on, they had to agree, and I was transferred to Salem. Salem was an excellent branch. Salem was an excellent branch where people were very obliging, nice. But at that time, in the year 2001, this concept of VRS scheme, voluntary retirement scheme, came. In that, they offered lot of incentives for the staff members. If you have served 1 year, you will be getting 2 months' salary extra in retirement. So I availed it off and took VRS. While taking VRS, I was not aware that the economy will move like this way, that way, and all. Because in those days we had interest rate 13%, 14%, and all that. So I retired, and then from that From that month itself, I started teaching for bank recruitment. And there is one organization in Delhi, SN Dasgupta College, wherein also I had served while working as a Delhi manager itself. I used to work in the morning there, in the evening there, because in order to make both ends meet. So I took VRS in my 51st year, 20 years back. 20 years back. Then I came to Chennai for my daughter's education. Then in Chennai, I came across Sakti Publications. They are printing books for recruitment exams. So I started writing for them. I started writing for Das Gupta College. Suddenly I came across one institute, Smart Training Resources. They were conducting programs for national law school entrance exams. I had written already three papers, model papers for that. So Smart Training wanted me to write papers for them. I wrote for them. I became a freelance faculty there. From that year onwards, I was going to various engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Karnataka, Kerala, and all that. And I was writing books for recruitment examinations. I was writing general books for um, see another company for who used to pay me just 3,000 rupees for those books. I have written books on various topics like customer service, then body language, like the training methodologies and all that. So teaching and writing had been in my blood all along. In the year 2019, I was here in Canada, say in my daughter's house, and then this LIC interview came, and then I started taking class for them free of charge over phone. I used to talk over phone and record it here. This happened from the year 2019. I was taking free classes from August 2019 till December 2020. In between, what happened? In December 2019, I returned back to Chennai. So in Chennai, I was not going to colleges also. So I was continuing with coaching people for IBPS, RRBPO, and all over phone. So I was doing it free, and suddenly SBI CBO came. So I was very busy. Then in TNPCB, one recruitment came. In December, I started charging this money, 100 rupees. And then now later on, I revised to 200. It so happened like this, and then my YouTube channel became very famous, and now I have more than 16,000 members as subscribers, and the views are more than 11 lakhs views. So I enjoy teaching. I have only two children, one son, one daughter. Yeah, NLSIU. Son is in America and daughter is here. So that's why I came here on 8th, because we have been given permanent residency. So I thought, okay, let me come here, because in Chennai also, what happened the last 1.5 years, I was not moving out of the house because of COVID. So I thought, whether it is there or here, it is same. You are going to be inside the house. So that's why I thought I came here. And why I started telling my history today is because many people have been requesting earlier. I am selling no, no, no. So I thought I should share it with you. So yeah, I enjoy it. Is acha, I know it's raining in Chennai, very heavy. The day we started there, also it was raining very heavily. I know. Here, this is Toronto, Canada, where it's very cold outside. We don't go. I'm now in a basement, and then ground floor, first floor is there. This is what it is, and God gives good, God gives bad also. So it happens, unfortunately, my one of my grandson, he cannot speak, he cannot understand things. This is our fate. So with all that, we have to, I forget things by involving myself in teaching people. So this is what it is. And I honestly was sincere, but it's probably not very entrepreneurial oriented. I was not taking risk. Even now, that is the stage. I keep all my deposits in banks. I don't invest in share market and all this. Though I talk very good about it to the trainees. Yeah, yeah. Pradeep Paul. Acha, acha. Thank you, Pradeep Paul. Oh, now you are selected in FCI. Good, Pradeep Paul. And today a girl came for interview. She was working in a private company. Now she took interview from me and I asked her about her name. What is your name? She said some name. And I asked you, do you know the name of a famous actress in Tamil Nadu? And it seems in FCI interview, they asked the very same question. She has joined FCI on 8th of November. So that girl again came and told me thanks about that. So this is what it is. Thank you so much. Pradeep Paul, you are joined as AGM or manager? Pradeep Paul, you are joined as AGM or manager? English is good. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. My English is not very good. In the sense, okay, I may not commit mistakes while speaking, but I may not use bombastic language. Anyhow, thank you so much. It's already, what is the time in India? Is it 2 o'clock means 12:30 roughly, 12:16. Okay, thank you. Oh, acha, it is 12:16. Yeah, this training is provided free for all. Whatever I speak out is recorded and given. For first few days, 2 3 days, I could not do it. So I was conducting interview to people over phone only. So a lot of people I have taken the last 3 or 4 days. I must have conducted a interview for more than 20 candidates also. 12:15 a.m. Thank you. 12. Bye. Chocolate. Oh, thank you. Remember this.